Okay, welcome to the instructional video that shows you how to install the crypto trading machine software onto your PC or laptop. This is a two-part video. The first part will show you how to install the indicator. The second part will be for those people who purchased the add-on crypto trading machine automator or MT4 EA. Before you can install either product, you need to make sure that no MT4s are currently running on your machine. So if you do have any MT4s running, please shut them down. The installation process will not work if MT4 is running. Okay, as you can see on my desktop, I have a couple of shortcuts. These are the two installation programs for the indicator and the EA. I'm going to double-click the installation program for the indicator, cryptotradingmachine.exe, and get a splash screen here with the logo. Click Next, then a welcome screen. It asks you to close all Metatraders before you begin the installation. And now you have the risk and liability disclaimer. Take a few minutes to read through this. There is a scroll bar that you can scroll down through here. Or you can use the slider. And you can click in an area between the slider and the bottom arrow to page down. But take a couple of minutes to read this. Once you read to it and agree, you would click I accept the agreement, which enables the Next button, and we can click Next. Now you're shown a list of all of the MT4s installed on your machine. If you do have some MT4s installed that you do not see in this list, you've got a button here that allows you to add them to the list, and it'll use Windows Explorer for you to choose the folders where those MT4s are installed. I've only got one broker that allows trading on cryptocurrency pairs, so I'm going to install the indicator on that one broker. So I deselect the other MT4 installations and leave the one broker, Pax Forex, that allows cryptocurrency trading. Click Next, and you get a summary as to where the files will be installed. Click Next. Now it takes about a minute to install these. I'm going to pause the video here and come back when the installation is finished. Okay, the process is finished. It shows you exactly what it did, where it copied files, where it created shortcuts. You can click Next to continue. And on the final screen, the installation complete screen, it allows you to run the Metatrader where you install the software. If you chose multiples in the list, the first one in the list that was selected will be displayed in this drop-down box here. I've only installed it on one, so I click the checkbox, Finish, and now it should launch MT4. Okay, here's the Pax Forex MT4. This is a demo account. You should run this on a demo account first to get familiar with it and practice your trading with fake dollars so you're not risking any money as you learn to use the system. Before you can load the indicator on a chart, you need to have your ClickBank receipt number handy. The first time you load the indicator on the first chart, you're going to be prompted for your receipt number to validate your license, so have your receipt number ready. A couple of templates have been installed for you to make the process easy to load the indicator on a chart. Actually, there's 6 of them. 2 of them are for cryptocurrencies and the other 4 are for Forex pairs. But you can right-click on the desktop, highlight template, and here are the 6 templates that get loaded. The particular chart we're looking at right now is Ethereum USD, and it's H4 time frame. All of the templates were designed for the H4 time frame in mind, so we're going to select the Ethereum USD H4. And once we do this, it's going to prompt for the ClickBank receipt number. And you have 30 seconds to enter the receipt number. It's an 8-character string that's a combination of numbers and letters. I've set up a dummy one here just for testing. And to validate the license, and it checks that the number is valid and loads the indicator on a chart. And that's all there is to installing the indicator and getting it loaded onto a chart. If you'd like to configure the indicator, you can go to a blank area of the chart, right-click, indicator list, double-click, and here are the indicator settings. These settings are described in the user document. If you haven't downloaded it, you can get it from the download page. It's a PDF file. And it's called the Installation User Guide. And it goes through the steps to install like I just did. And then it describes the various settings and their use. By default, you do have a couple of alerts that are enabled. The entry alert pop-up window and the exit alert pop-up window. The entry signals are arrows. A blue arrow is a buy signal, red arrow, sell signal. And your exit signals are these yellow diamonds. If you wanted to, you could change the colors with the colors tab here. But if you wanted to enable email or text alerts, they are set to false by default. So you can change those to true. For those to work properly, you need to have MT4 configured to allow emails and text. And we can do that up at the Tools menu. Cancel out of this. Go to Tools, Options. For the text alerts to work, you need to have push notifications enabled and this configured properly. For email notifications to work, you need to enable the email and set up your server settings. But that's it for installing and loading the indicator on a chart. If you did not purchase the EA add-on, you can close the video at this time, as the second part will be about loading the EA onto the chart. Installing the EA onto your machine and then loading the EA onto a chart. Before you can load the EA on the chart, you should shut down MT4, so we will close this. And I've got the shortcut to the EA installation program. I'm going to double click this. And it's pretty much the same process that we just went through for the indicator. Click Next. It asks you to close the Metatraders. We've done that. This is the same risk and liability disclaimer for the indicator, so you can just click Accept. And then select the MT4s. It gives you the summary of what it's doing. And it goes through the installation. Again, this takes a minute, so I'll pause the video and come back when it's finished. Okay, it's finished with the installation. Gives you a summary of what was done. Click Next. And then check the box to run MT4 once we click the Finish button. And as you can see, the CTM Automator has been added to our list of expert advisors. The first thing you should understand about the EA is it is not a set and forget automated trading program. It was not designed for you to run 24 hours a day, 5 days a week and let it trade for you. The crypto trading machine is a manual trading system, and the EA is just a tool to help you in a couple of circumstances. One may be so you don't have to stare at your screen all day. If you want to take the next signal and are tired of looking at charts and want to get a break for a little while, you can put the EA on the chart and it'll take the next trading signal for you. The other use for the EA is in the strategy tester, where you can go and optimize settings for the indicator and test various exit scenarios, which will help you show which exit strategy works best for the instrument you're trading. But the EA was never designed to run by itself 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, so keep that in mind. Like the indicator, you should run this on a demo account first to familiarize yourself with how it's working. You can see I've got a demo account here. It's very risky to put this on a live account without testing it on demo first. You really should familiarize yourself with how to use it and how to set it up and how to set the settings properly before risking any real money with it. Before you load the EA on a chart, you should have your receipt number ready. Your ClickBank receipt number for the EA will be a different number than the one you use for the indicator. But the first time you load the EA on a chart, it's going to prompt you for your receipt number to validate your license. So I'm going to load it on a chart. Get the navigator window open. If the navigator window is not open, you've got a button up here that you can press to open it. And you can drag and drop or double click it. I'll double click it. And these are the EA settings. You'll be prompted for your ClickBank number once you click OK after setting the settings. It's Sunday right now and the market isn't open, so it's safe to put the EA on a chart without worrying about it opening trades. Trades are opened at the close of each bar. So you need to make sure all of your settings are exactly what you want before you click OK. If you're on a H4 chart like I am now, or the market's closed and there's no risk of a bar closing, you can just load it on the chart as is to validate your license. And that's what I'm going to do now. So I'll click OK. It checks the license server, and now it prompts the receipt number. Again, this is a different number than the indicator, so make sure you have the right number. Click Validate. And now the EA is loaded on a chart, and you can see the EA dashboard right here. Once the EA is loaded on a chart, first thing to check is that you have a smile face, which means that the EA is properly loaded and ready to trade. If you do not have a smile face, you will need to check your settings, and you can go to Tools, Options, Expert Advisors, and the Allow Automated Trading checkbox should be checked, and the Allow DLL Import should be checked. The installation program should do this for you, but on the off chance it doesn't, you may need to manually do it, so make sure these boxes are checked. The next thing you should check for a cryptocurrency, well, you should check it for everything if you try to run this on a Forex pair, but check the symbol type. These brokers are setting the type of instrument for a cryptocurrency pair as a CFD. And if your broker has not designated these as CFDs, then some of the calculations will not work properly, and you should not use the EA on that instrument. The other type you can see here is called Forex, and when you put it on a Forex pair like Euro USD or Aussie USD, you will see Forex for the symbol type. But always verify that the symbol type is correct. The next thing to check is to make sure that the indicator settings, which are in this section right here, match the settings of the indicators on the chart. And to do that, you can right-click a blank area on the chart, indicator list, crypto trading machine, and you can check the settings. So with CTM period is set to 3, but you can see here that the settings of the indicator do not match the indicator settings in the EA. And this will cause trades to be made that do not match up with the arrows and diamonds being displayed on the chart. It will not trade based on the signals being given. So you'll need to change the settings. If these are the settings that you want to trade, then you will need to change the settings in the indicator. If what you see on the chart is what you want to trade, then you will need to change the settings in the EA. So 4 of the settings do not match, so we need to sync them up. So we have 96, minus 94, 6, and 8. So we'll go into the EA settings and change it to those values. So cancel out of here. Right-click the chart, Expert Advisors, Properties, and we go 96, minus 94, 6, 8. Click OK. We pull up the indicator list again. And as you can see now, all of the settings match. And then click OK and close. So now we have our settings matched between the EA and what the indicator is set at. So when you see signals, the EA will be making trades that match those signals. To learn more about the EA settings, those are defined in the PDF user guide. So we go, this is what we saw for the indicator. If you page down a couple of pages, here are the list of user inputs, and below that you will see descriptions for those inputs. So refer to the user guide for the EA settings. Another thing to check after you verified that the settings in the EA match the indicator settings is the profit target and stop loss. Because there's a large variance in pricing between the various cryptocurrency pairs, these numbers could be significantly different from cryptocurrency to cryptocurrency. So in this setup here, the profit targets are set for Bitcoin, where the profit target is $790 and stop loss is $280. We're on the Ethereum pair right now, and those numbers are much too large. As you can see, the price for Ethereum is $4.59 at the close last weekend. If we look at Bitcoin, it closed just over 6,000. So you want to make sure that the profit target, which is commonly referred to as take profit, or the stop loss, are values that are valid to the instrument you're trading and the time frame you're trading. If you're trading on a 30-minute chart, you do not want very large values here. Here we're trading on an H4 chart, so maybe, given the price movement where this can move $100 in a week or $200 in a week, you want to set these numbers that are appropriate for that kind of price movement. And you can right-click Expert Advisors, and maybe you want your profit target to be $50, and that indicates a movement in the price of the instrument, not your profit and loss. Your profit and loss will be determined by the lot size that you're trading. So the profit target is, in this example, if it's $459, it would take profit at $509. And we'll make our stop loss 50 also. So $459, if the price of Ethereum was to drop to 409, you would hit your stop loss. And again, these are not the amount of money you would lose. This is just the difference in price of the Ethereum USD pair. Another thing you should be concerned about, and this is when you're manually trading as well, are the gaps on Friday. There can be some very large price gaps in the cryptocurrency pairs that can wipe out your whole account and may even leave you owing money to your broker if the price gap is large enough. For example, here we closed at 596 and 24 cents, and then we opened at 518.50. So that's a $78 difference in price just because of the weekend gap. And you can see these weekend gaps pretty clearly on the charts. It's extremely, extremely risky to leave a position open over the weekend in the cryptocurrency pairs. It can wipe you out, and it could even leave you owing money to your broker. There are a couple of things in the EA to control that, and again, refer to the user guide on how to set that up. The EA is only going to control trades that it makes. So if you manually place a trade, you cannot put the EA. Actually, you can put the EA on the chart. You would have to set the magic number to 0. I'll just show you real quick how to do that. So right-click, Expert Advisors, Properties, the magic number. This is essentially an identifier so the EA knows what trades it places. If you're running multiple EAs on the same pair, each one would have to have a different magic number, so they don't start managing each other's orders. So it's a unique identifier for each EA that allows it to control only the trades it makes. So by default, this is the magic number for the crypto trading machine. When you place an order manually, it has a magic number of 0. So if you place an order manually, let's say Thursday night, and you want it to close before the Friday close, you can set the magic number to 0, and that will manage manually placed trades. It will manage all manually placed trades for the particular pair you're working on. So if there are 3 manual trades for Ethereum, they're all going to have a magic number of 0. The EA will shut all 3 down. And there's a Friday exit hour, and this relates to your server time, not your PC clock time, but your server time, and the server time is displayed in the Market Watch window. If you don't have the Market Watch window, you can just click this button with the green arrow and the red arrow. And this is the time of day for the trading server. So this particular broker closes trading on Friday at midnight. So you could put maybe 22 in here, 2 hours before midnight, close all the trades, and if they're manual trades and you put 0 here, it will close them. If the trade's made by the EA, then you'll need to leave in the whatever value was here when the EA made the trade. So you can use the magic number and maybe set it to a value that's easy to remember. If you're changing it between EA placed orders and manually placed orders. And that's it for installing the EA and getting it on a chart, and some configuration things that you should keep in mind when using it. Again, it's not meant to be put on a chart, set and forget, and just leave it there all day, every day, and trade every single signal. It's really meant to help you get into trades if you're grown tired looking at charts all day, or if you want to maybe get out of a trade when a signal occurs and you're not going to be at your machine. But this is a manual system, so you should really be at your machine using it at all times. I hope this video helped you, and I'd like to wish you the best of luck using the crypto trading machine.